Welcome back, Blade fans. Yes, I succumbed. I finally bought into it, and I jumped on the bandwagon. I'm going to give you my 5 knives that make me happy. Doing this little hand dance here because I didn't want to tip anybody off as to what these 5 knives would be until you see the video. I had a hard time narrowing it down. And let me tell you, there are many other knives that could have made the list, but since there's a few hundred and I've got to pick 5, here we go. Number 1, and not in order of significance, the Microtech Stitch. Sebastian Berengi design. Borka blades. And this is a beautiful melding of a nicely coated aircraft aluminum handle with M390 on this particular one, stonewashed. All logoed out with Microtech, as we're used to seeing, and just a beast of a side opening auto. This is built like a tank. Much sought after. They make them in runs and they're often not available. And I called this my grail knife because it's a beauty. The ergos on it are fantastic. Quality is all Microtech. What can I say? And that is the first of the 5. What's next? Well, another beast of a knife. The Blocao from a design by Miguel Barbudo, who makes fantastic custom knives. Check out his Instagram channel if you want to see some really amazing quality in a usable knife. And this is a window lock. You have to give it energy in order to open it up. It's a back lock. There's the window. The blade swings free on bearings. A lot of people don't like that because it's kind of a hybrid of 2 kinds of knives. A lock back and a liner lock. Flipper. Only one way to open it. You can roll it out nicely with the thumb stud, and you can close it with one hand. No problem, and it locks in place. Beautiful marbled carbon fiber, titanium bolsters, nicely stonewashed, beautiful stonewashed blade in the Spanish style. One of my favorite all-time knives. Loaned it to Bob DeMarco. He had it for a while. Had to pry it out of his hands to get it back. So this knife's seen a lot of appreciation. The Blocao. A more recent acquisition, the Kubi Atlas, designed by Jelly Jerry. Just a beautiful melding of materials and design and function. Again, in a larger knife. So you're seeing a theme here. All larger knives. Yep, that's sort of my trend. Beautiful sculpted titanium. Great design. Nice accents with that light blue. Titanium all the way around. S35VN blade. And it's a slicer. High grind. Beautiful edge. Lots of meat in that cleaver style blade. And hadn't been a big fan of cleaver style blades before this came along. But on this particular one, I certainly am. Kubi. And that's going to take a little bit of work, but it's doable. Flipper first on this one for me. Okay, another Jelly Jerry design by an entirely different company. One of my favorite all-time Tucson knives, a front flipper by Jelly Jerry. And this is, forgive me while I look up the number, this is the TS229 in M390. And I believe it's got a nickname, but I forgot. And some of you may know. But was lucky to get this in M390. What I think was previously released in Sandvik 14C28. It's just an incredible design, and they designed it with carbon fiber on both sides, kind of a bolster lock, hardened steel inserts, smooth and pneumatic on the close, and it's a front flipper I can flip, which is great. Kind of a drop point Tonto with that angled down look. You can choke up a little bit here. Definitely the finger choil in the handle is great. Not a particularly long blade, but overall it is a big knife. You can check out my review on this guy. Was happy to get this from White Mountain Knives. Kudo to White Mountain and Justin up there. And don't forget, you can always get 10% off with the discount code OldSword. So what are we at? 4? Well, let's bring out another Wii. And this is the 620. That's all it is the 620. But it is a marvel of design and engineering. It's an older model, so we got those star bits, those star screws on everything. Double thumb stud. Look at that pivot surround. Gorgeous. A gray, stone-washed, anodized titanium handle. 3 stars there. I mean, this knife almost looks military. It's got so many stars. Got a blackened flat, or grind rather, and a satin finished, hand rubbed flat in a sheep's foot style Wharncliffe blade. Completely usable finger choil. Great jimping on both the handle and the blade. An inset backspacer. Notice the shoulders there, that it's cut in to the handle scales. And a very interesting little lanyard hole there. Action, smooth as glass. Thumb stud opening. Just a gorgeous knife, no longer made. Look at the clip. Fantastic. The Wii 620. Now, that's 5, but you know me, I got some honorable mentions. And how about that? That is an honorable mention that's been making the rounds for sure. That is the Kaiser Grazioso. I believe it's a design by Magna Steel, if I'm correct. And I believe it's Sharif is the designer. And that's as far as I'm going to venture in getting names correct. It is, what is the steel? Come on, I should know. What is the steel? Ah, it's hiding. N690. I like the way they tuck away a lot of the information these days. Anyway, brass bolsters, natural linen micarta handles. It is both eye-catching and extremely functional. Extremely smooth drop shut action. Deep carry clip. And the remarkable thing is I think you can still get these for around $65, maybe less. The Kaiser Grazioso, that's an honorable mention, okay? That's a freebie, number 6. Not part of the 5. And one more honorable mention. Yes, you guessed it. The SOG Seal XR. A massive knife. Weighs in at like 7 ounces. Everything's steel on the innards. Steel backstrap, steel liners. Massively thick. I think it's almost 5mm blade stock. Jimping galore, jimping everywhere. You're not going to slip with this knife whether you're using it with gloves or without. And yet, look how smoothly that thing opens with those double XR locks. Flipper. Thumb opening. And if you can finger flick it. I'm not going to try because I've been unsuccessful. That's out of S35VN. I missed the steel on the 620, which is M390, by the way. Let's bring them all out. We're going to have to go back a little. So these are my 5 for now. Ask me again, I'd have another 5. What can I tell you? So my 5 top picks for now are the Kubi Atlas, the Microtech Stitch, the Wee Blockow, the 229 from Tucson, and the 620 from Wii, and my 2 extras, the Grazioso, losing my voice, and the Seal XR. There you go. Hope I didn't bore you out too much with the long explanations, but I jumped on the bandwagon late. I know a few weeks ago everybody was throwing out there 5 knives that make me happy, but these are the 5 that make me happy, and a couple extra to boot. Hope you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Coming up on 2,000. Be well.